This week on 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, the football season is in full swing and we have the early preseason matchups. You'll see Sheldon taking on Christian Brothers, Lathrop battles Weston Ranch, and the Holy Bowl with St. Mary's and Central Catholic.
Volleyball action includes the Placer Hillman squaring off against Colfax. The start of the water polo season has El Camino facing Dixon, and we'll share the story of the Sacramento High School football player and his commitment to his family and community. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports starts right now.
Welcome to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. I'm Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. We kick off tonight's show in Linden, where the Lions look to wrap up their preseason schedule with a possible win over undefeated Liberty Ranch. Linden and Liberty Ranch faced off at the start of last season, with Linden walking away with a slim 3-point win.
Linden running back Joe Cowan is averaging 150 yards a game for the 1-1 Lions. Liberty Ranch is 2-0 this season, with running back Arthur Drager averaging 180 yards in 2 games. Should be a thrilling ground game in Linden, played on Friday night.
Let's get this party started right. Nick Pecoraro bringing you Liberty Ranch at Linden. Here we go. Both teams traded fumbles on their opening drives, but the Hawks get into rhythm as Cody Smith makes a diving catch. This play sets up a 40-yard touchdown run from his quarterback, Kaimani Fanica. This won't be the last time you hear his name. The extra point was no good, so it's 6-0 Liberty Ranch. Linden's only a school of 800 students, but they've got some guys. Quarterback Joey Stearns rolls right and finds Dax Weber. He shakes a tackle, and then Dax is leaving some tracks. Lions take a 7-6 lead, but the Hawks respond. Arthur Drager fumbled on his first carry of the game, but he makes up for it right here. He came into this game averaging 180 rushing yards, so you know he was going to get his. An 83-yard TD puts LR back on top 13-7. The Hawks add another score to make it 20-7 after 1, but Linden answers. Following a fake punt, Joe Cowan takes the rock and rolls into the end zone from 9 yards. It's 20-14. But Liberty Ranch calls on Drager once more before the half, this time from 12 yards. Hawks lead 27-14 at the break. Linden comes out firing in the third. Stearns connects with number 1, DeAndre Smith. He's a freshman. A 71-yard score cuts the deficit to 6 early in the third. And the next Hawks drive, 4th and 2, Kaimani Fanica just trying to pick up a couple yards with the QB keeper, but the slippery little rascal squeaks through the line and into the end zone from 20 yards out, 34-21 Hawks. At the end of the third, Stearns once again hooks up with Dax Weber, this time from 15 yards out. Plenty of time for Linden to make a comeback, but the Hawks D steps up as Arthur Drager picks off his first interception of the season. That seals the deal. The Hawks move to 3-0. We caught up with Kaimani Fanica, who had 4 rushing TDs on Friday night.
I think we can go pretty far. If everyone stays healthy, everyone does their job, everyone just stays focused on football, I think we can go pretty far.
The Davis Blue Devils are fired up and ready to take on the 1-1 Oakmont Vikings on a warm Thursday night. After a Viking 3-and-out, this is the Blue Devils' first play from scrimmage, and Jude Vaughn takes it to the house. Davis with a quick 7-0 lead. In the second quarter, the sun goes down and the Vikings attack. Bryson Bradford to Gavin Ferris. Gavin dives in for the score. Point after is no good, so Davis holds on to the 7-6 lead. The Blue Devils extend that lead in the closing minutes of the half. Cole Bouchard takes the handoff from Braulio Acevedo, and Bouchard bobbing and weaving, going in untouched. 14-6 Davis at the half. In the third, Acevedo connects with Sawyer, showing off as Davis extends its lead to 15. Oakmont trying to cut into that lead as the Vikes go for the pass, but Damian Luavano takes it right out of the hands of a Viking and back the other way. That interception leads to this next play. Vaughn finds a hole and takes advantage. 2 touchdowns on the night for JV, not including 2 other long touchdown runs that were called back. Oakmont building momentum late. Bradford throws to Brian Garcia near the far sideline. Garcia tiptoeing up the sideline and making a run for it. That's a big pickup, but the drive stalls. And in the fourth, Davis adds to its lead. The Devils, number 15, Andrew Mendoza finding his way in for 6. Davis now up 38-6. but Oakmont battling until the final whistle. Bradford heaves it to his favorite receiver, that's Gavin Ferris. The drive would end with a Bradford-Ferris 8-yard touchdown connection, but a little too late as the Blue Devils cruise to a 38-13 win. Vaughn with a big night for Davis.
Down to South Sac we go as El Dorado High takes on Christian Brothers, and Taylor Jackie took the reins while Coach Todd gets some much R&R. I'm Mark Willis. But there was no rest for El Dorado as they came out swinging. Madison Smalley says to Eliza Pesgrove, over the top winner, Cougars go up 3. Christian Brothers turns it around when Aaron Pilot to Drew DeGuzman to the freshman Simone Hertha for the kiss. Taps it over for the score. Brothers now up 3. Set point now for the Falcons, and Elisa Constantino bumps it over to Grace Carrello, who dumps it over the net for the score, 25-22. Second set now, El Dorado caught on to the dink shot. Lacey Fraley, Sasha Hawley, and Candace Warbrick. She puts it away. Cougars lead by 4. We pick it up middle of the long rally. Back and forth they go. It finally ends as Pesgrove, soft kill shot from Hawley's set. Cougars lead at 14-10. But like the first set, CB bounces back. Pilot to Carrello, who scores it, and the Falcons lead at 19-18. Then it's Constantino to Carrello over to the lefty, Lillian Perez, who angles the shot over and in for the score. Falcons take the set. In the third set, it was another tight one. El Dorado's Eva Talavera to Hawley and to Fraley for the back row winner. CB puts a nice rally together. Sophia Maglin to Carrello over to Kimura McKitchens. Falcons lead by 1. On set point for the Cougars, Fraley puts it away with a tough serve that cannot be handled. We're going to the fourth set. In the fourth set, Perez was swinging away as her spikes were too tough to corral. She led the team in kills in the match, racking up 16 on the day as the Falcons take down El Dorado, a team that will be very tough in the Sierra Valley Conference. As for the Falcons, they show us why they are in our top 10 poll.
Brian Mueller saying hello poolside Wednesday night from the Roseville Aquatics Complex as Woodcreek and Davis open their seasons. The Blue Devils already up 1-0 in the first when Malaya Wright finds Layla Mraz for the quick hitter, and it's 2-0. A minute later, it's Olivia Dam firing back. Timberwolves down just a goal. 30 seconds later, same score, Kyla Cutler going cross-pool to Aaliyah Cordone. She winds up and fires at home, 3-1. Still in the first, Wright leads Cutler perfectly towards the net, and she beats the goalie to make it 4-1 Blue Devils. But Emily Jones was able to stop the bleeding, a nice stop on a high fastball to keep it a 3-goal game, and the T-Wolves aren't waving the white flag, it's a black one, but Davis keeps the pressure on in the second quarter. Cutler again, the early hat trick for the junior, that makes it 6-1, and the Blue Devils would keep the run going. It's 9-1 now when Catherine Myler scores with a defender in her face, and Davis is in double digits before half, but Woodcreek gets some momentum back before the break. Angelina Nodora converts on the penalty shot to make it 10-2 at intermission, and that would carry over in the second half. It's 10-3 now when Dam gets another one, and suddenly the T-Wolves are within 7. But Davis wouldn't stay down for long. A nice little play here, Claire Miller to Kenzie Walker. That makes it 12-3, and the state runner-ups from a year ago open strong with a 17-5 win over Woodcreek.
Each week this season, Roseville Hyundai brings us the Players of the Week. Our first Player of the Week is Skylar Bell from McNair. The Eagles quarterback completed 16 passes, racking up 346 passing yards in a win over Sacramento High on Saturday. 3 of those passes were for touchdowns.
Our second Roseville Hyundai Player of the Week is Ray Corral Jr. from Modesto Christian. Ray led the Crusaders to their second win of the season, beating Denair 47-29. The quarterback also threw 3 touchdowns, tallying up 383 total yards and 4 total touchdowns. Ray Corral Jr. and Skylar Bell, this week's Roseville Hyundai Players of the Week.
SMUD is a proud sponsor of 49ers Sac-Hi Sports, and each week SMUD shows us how to save energy.
Here is this week's Clean Power City tip powered by SMUD.
Hi, my name's Samantha Stoll from Indercombe High School, and here's this week's Clean Power City tip. Bring reusable shopping bags to the grocery store to avoid waste with single-use shopping bags. SMUD is leading the nation in clean power. Learn more at cleanpowercity.org.
Coming up, our first SunPower electric game, the Holy Bowl in Modesto, with Central Catholic hosting St. Mary's.
Then it's Vista del Lago and Granite Bay. 49ers Sac-Hi Sports will be right back.
Summer's in full swing. Remember, SMUD's peak hours are 5 to 8 p.m. weekdays when electricity use is the highest. Shift some of your electricity usage to mid and off-peak hours when it costs less and renewable energy is plentiful. It's good for your bill, protects the environment, and helps our community too. Let's work together to save energy this summer. Learn more at smud.org/time of day.
Commitment, performance, pride. Roseville Hyundai is thrilled to be the feature sponsor of this week's Sac-Hi Inspirational Athlete of the Week. Your contributions on and off the field give us great pride in our continued effort to support the community. Come see the electrifying new lineup at Roseville Hyundai. From EVs and hybrids to our fuel cell vehicle, Hyundai Nexo. We've got you covered. Claim yours today.
Score that touchdown and run it up again. Score that touchdown and run it up again. SF Niners, we just win. SF Niners, we just win. I'm from that field, I'm from that field. 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 I'm from that field.
Welcome back to the NBC Sports Studio here at Levi Stadium. Our first Sun Power Electric game features a big rivalry down south known as the Holy Bowl between St. Mary's and Central Catholic.
Yep, Central Catholic holds possession of the William Burke Memorial Bowl trophy after the 33-20 victory in last year's game. Central Catholic and St. Mary's in the Sun Power Electric game. Aubrey was there.
Central Catholic.
Yep, Central Memorial Bowl trophy 33-20 victory.
It is a warm night in Modesto for the biggest rivalry game in the Central Valley. That's Central Catholic taking on St. Mary's in the Holy Bowl. It is also homecoming night. The Raiders are coming off a tough loss to Bay Area power St. Francis. Tyler Wentworth is back under center for the Raiders. The football, basketball, and baseball star threw for 1,500 yards and 12 touchdowns last season. For St. Mary's, keep an eye on junior Asante. Carter Asante had a breakout sophomore year, scoring 21 times on the ground, rushing for nearly 2,000 yards. Both Central Catholic and St. Mary's walking away with league titles last year, but only one can earn the William Burke Memorial Trophy in our Sun Power Electric game. The Rams threatening early, 8 yards out. Brooks Wheatley finds the edge and is pushed out of bounds. The Rams score on the next play to go up 6-0. Next Raider drive, Tyler Wentworth, they call him TP, the lefty rolling left and delivering a dime to Trace Hernandez, and he is gone. An 80-yard catch and score. The point after is good, 7-6 Raiders. But on the ensuing kickoff, Wheatley deep for the Rams. Brooks trying to find space to run along the sideline, and Brooks is off. Dr. Wheatley making a house call, 84-yard kickoff return to put St. Mary's back on top. The Raiders down 20-7, CC gaining some momentum, but Breland Reynolds takes the momentum right back, and the Rams never let it go. Quarterback Samson Hunkin connecting with Nasiri Danielson, and St. Mary's busts this game wide open. In the third, it's another Hunkin to Danielson connection. This one just spectacular. Danielson with 102 receiving yards, Hunkin with 197 passing. Samson getting some of those last yards on this play. He dumps it off to a freshman, Kenneth Moore the third. He might be the third Kenneth, but he's the first to the end zone, cutting and breaking tackles on his way in for 6. St. Mary's takes back the William Burke Memorial Trophy after the 40-point win over rival Central Catholic. Nasiri Danielson tells us how they got it done.
I think we all came into the game, confident. We know what happened last year, and we felt like, we had the guys and the team to come out here and beat them. So, it's just a team effort. Proud of all my guys. Offense, defense, special teams all did their thing. So it's just a team effort.
Brian Mueller at Granite Bay Thursday night for a rock-solid game between the Grizzlies and Eagles. First quarter, Granite Bay up 7-0 when Vista del Lago returns fire. Johnny Kett finds Matt Long in the back of the end zone for an 8-yard score. 2-point conversion is good, and it's 8-7 Eagles. Early second now, and the Kett-Long connection continues. Long wins the sprint to the end zone for his second TD of the game. It's 15-7. Grizzlies come back with a short TD run from Carter Jackson. Granite Bay down 15-13. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. This time Jackson gets to show off the speed. He's only a sophomore, but looking right at home on varsity, down the sideline and gone 68 yards, and the Grizz back on top 22-15. But Vista responds before the half. Kett hits another one of his weapons. This time it's Cruz Santero, and he has just enough juice to make it a 78-yard strike. Vista up 23-22. Third quarter now, a Granite Bay field goal would make it 25-23, but the Eagles fittingly go to the air again, and it's another long ball. Matt Long gone down the sideline. A hat trick of TDs for the junior. He would finish with 4 of them and 213 yards. Eagles ahead 29-25. Later third quarter, the Grizz just keep grinding. Jackson gets the screen pass, and he is dangerous in space. The former Folsom Bulldog looking good in green. He goes 63 yards for another score. Granite Bay with a 32-29 lead. The teams would exchange touchdowns. It's 39-36 GB with 5 minutes left when Mr. Jackson puts this game to bed with his best run of the night, a 43-yard TD, a monster game for the sophomore, 308 yards on 39 rushes and 5 total touchdowns. Granite Bay wins a thriller, 45-36.
Get loud or sit with your mom? Placer at Colfax. These guys like sitting with their mom, so who cares, right? Anyways, on with the action. I'm Mark Willis. First set and a Sac-Hi faves is this one right here. Emma J. Watkins getting the roof, blocking this would-be kill for Placer. Then Colfax with the dink over Placer. It's to Kellyan Haggerty setting up Watkins, whose shot is too hot to handle. Hillman go up 2. For Colfax, it's Macy Hyman. She had a very good night for Colfax getting this kill, assisted by Danica Ruker. Then a set point now for Placer. The bump gets a little squirrely over to Ruker, who keeps it alive, and Laney Larangli blindly hits it towards the net. Better yet, it's a great shot and it scores the point. Placer took the first set, and in set 2, Watkins sets up Marissa Jalot, who slams it off the defender. Colfax ties it up at 12 with this Ruker set to Hyman, who blasts it off the defense for the kill. But Placer gets the last laugh in set 2. Emma with the serve, and she perfectly places the ball off the net and falls for the 25th point. Hillman go up 2-0, but there's plenty of fight in Colfax. Gabby Bittner to Ruker to Lorang, who gets the kill for the Falcons. Then Sophia Chavez comes up with an ace here for Colfax. But the Hillmen were just too much for Colfax on this night. Sydney Schellenberger, Watkins to Allison Stumbo for the winner. And that would do it as Placer gets their first win on the young season in straight sets.
Coming up, Pioneer plays host to River City.
Let's take a look at our Sac Joaquin section top 10 girls volleyball poll presented by Tracy Toyota. Tracy Toyota.
Right now, my electrical bill is about $10 a month.
This is definitely one of the best investments we did in our house.
All over the country, people are taking control over their electric bills by going solar with SunPower. We offer the most efficient, durable panels on the market, so you can see a return on your investment every month.
I was paying $220 a month. Now I pay about $22 a month.
Right now, 49ers faithful get a $1,000 Visa reward card from SunPower. Go online today.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thinking Heroes, like Redemption Road Church, who serves the local community. We're even donating $50 for every vehicle sold. Shop our great lineup of new Toyotas in person or at tracytoyota.com and get specials like this during the national sales event. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
The Pioneer Patriots returned their star running back, Jack Carner, for his senior season. Carner rushed for 1,400 yards last year and had a big game last week against 12 Bridges, scoring 3 times.
Pioneer taking on River City this week. The Raiders from River City looking for their second win of the season in the game played on Friday.
Garrison reporting in Woodland. Pioneer taking on River City. Let's get things started off with Raiders quarterback Grant Alexander connecting with Landon Williams for a beautiful throw and a route run for the first touchdown of the game. 7-0 Raiders lead. Next, Pioneer trying to get something cooking, but a ball gets tipped in the air by Rolando Ramos and intercepted by Bryce Sabatke. Second quarter, Carson King hands it to senior running back Jack Carner, who cuts out and bulldozes his way through 2 defenders to pay dirt and ties up the game at 7. Then the Patriots looking to pour it on with Julian Munoz getting a pick and taking it up the field, and yes, bring the counter out. 1, 2, 3, and 4 defenders missing a chance to grab him and making an official pick 6 with a few crazy ankle breakers on the way. Don't forget the bear hug by his teammate. Next, King with just a dime piece to Hayden Alato, who just pulls it in with both of his cool green shoes being inbounds. King hands it to Carner, who finds a huge hole up the middle for another touchdown. 20-7 Pioneer leads at the half. Fourth quarter now, King with another handoff to Carner, who shows off the speed going up the middle and adding more points to the scoreboard for his Patriots. 27-7, Pioneer leads with 11 minutes left in the game. More Patriots, but this time, let's show off the defense that's been causing chaos all night, like this sack by Ruben Campbell, who gets a little help by Lloyd Reese. Nice celebration. Finally, King hands it off to Carner again. Carner, the hometown hero. This is his 4th TD on the night, his 7th in 2 games. Jack needs a quick nap after this great night he had. The Pioneer Patriots win it 34-7 and improve to 2-1 on the year. How about Carner's stat line?
Every week we bring you stories of athletes who inspire us.
Sacramento High School's Lamar Radcliffe didn't know when he entered high school he would eventually be touted as a 4-star running back. Now with a shot at playing college football, Lamar says it's his mission to give back to the people who are helping him get to where he is today. The oldest operating high school in Sacramento and the second oldest in the state of California. Sacramento Charter High School was founded in 1856 and opened as a public school in 2003. The football field has remained nearly the same since opening at its current location in Oak Park, something the players and coaches of this successful program hopes will change.
We don't have a lot, we don't even have our turf field, just straight grass, or a dirt track.
Some of the kids, they've been playing on this field for a few years, since they were 7, 8, 9 years old. And, they always, when they go on the road, they go play on turf field and then play on your home field and there's grass, and it's kind of like, we call it the backyard.
We really have put in a lot of time trying to get, donation.
Lamar Radcliffe is the Dragons' star running back. Right now, the junior is nursing a strained knee, but plans to be back soon, trying to repeat the success of his sophomore year. Last season, Lamar ran for over 2,100 yards and 23 touchdowns.
What he's able to do at his size is something that is rare, I would say. The amount of speed and quickness and agility and power, and he puts all that together in a 6'2" frame, 220 pounds, is kind of freakish.
Currently with 9 offers to Division I schools, Lamar plans to play college football, something he says came right out of the blue.
Starting my freshman and sophomore year, I knew I'd do some big things, but I didn't expect all of this. It happened very fast.
So going into your freshman year, you really had no idea that you would be...
Yeah, none at all. And then sophomore year, I done seen everything that can happen. And that really influenced me to do better in school and on the field, help the players, to show them we can really get a lot out of this if you really put your mind into it.
We always told him about it, always told him it was something to expect, but he didn't expect it until it hit him in his face. I'd say it was the USC offer really that got him okay, this is real.
Lamar's uncle Corey says he knew Lamar would be pretty good.
His very first game when he was 7 years old, his first run in the first game, he took it for 60 yards. And we knew then he was something special then.
I just run hard. I don't know, Like once I'm on the field, it just feels so much slower. Like the holes are just open. Yeah, everything's slowed down. I could just see anything, like when I play at my tempo.
Lamar says he hopes to see success at the college level and perhaps the NFL, ultimately trying to help out his mom.
She's a single mother. She raised 4 kids by herself, so I really love her because she do a lot. I can hear her when I'm on the field, yeah, and I can barely hear my own coaches from the sideline, so yeah.
I love all my kids. Lamar's that special one, though. He's that special one.
Man, that's her baby. That's her baby. He does no wrong for her. Like, she'll go to hell for him. Like,
everybody says that. Everybody says that. I mean, it's just me and my kids. Me and my kids.
Where did football start in your family?
With my dad, I would say he played high school ball in the 70s.
My dad could have went to Notre Dame, but he chose to get a job and take care of me. And so he says that he wants to play and do what my dad didn't get to do. He wants to go to college. And Lamar and my nephew, Corey, they would be the first in our family to go to college. And we're excited, we're happy. And I know my dad would be really happy.
Lamar says no matter the outcome of his football career, he hopes to leave this field, this school, and this community in better shape than he found it.
I just want to leave legacy that I was like a great inspiration. Like I worked hard. For me, he was a great kid.
The best is yet to come of Lamar. You ain't seen the best of him yet. And he's just getting started, and when you see it, it's going to be something amazing. I say that.
You can see the unbreakable bond between Lamar and his mom. Lamar also says he wouldn't be where he is today without his uncle Corey, who is the father figure in his life.
Yeah, it takes a village.
It takes an entire village. You can definitely see that.
All right, very good. This season's Service Champions Heating and Air Conditioning is shining a spotlight on athletes who give it all on the field and give back to their schools.
In this week's Service Champions Student Spotlight, we feature Colton Dukes, a 4-sport athlete from Atwater High School. Colton is a 4-year leadership student at Atwater and was elected to serve as ASB president for his senior year. Congrats, Colton, on winning the election and for all of your hard work on campus.
Coming up, the U.S. Army Game of the Week as Sheldon takes on Christian Brothers.
Then we have El Camino and Dixon in water polo. But first, here's this week's Spirit Corner featuring the talented cheerleaders.
Young Tommy was born a champion and always up for a challenge. He pursued the patience, persistence, and problem-solving skills he still uses today at Service Champions. We're now offering $88 AC tune-ups with a free water heater safety inspection. High-five service, champion attitude. Your comfort is a puzzle that Service Champions will solve. Call 800-5-CHAMPS.
'49ers Sac-Hi Sports is brought to you by these fine companies who care about high school sports. By Stanford Healthcare, #1 in Northern California for orthopedics. And by SunPower, proud sponsor of the San Francisco 49ers.
Christian Brothers is off to a great start to the season. The Falcons are 2-0 with senior running back Eric Jensen rushing for nearly 400 yards in those first 2 games.
Fantastic. The Sheldon Huskies also off to a 2-0 start to their season. Quarterback Josiah Machado throwing for 6 touchdowns already this year. Christian Brothers and Sheldon, it's our U.S. Army Game of the Week.
The boys from the U.S. Army setting up a nice booth for the kids to play at. Oh, nice shot. Let's get to the game. First quarter, and Christian Brothers strikes first from the ground. Eric Jensen takes the handoff, bounces it outside, and the senior is gone. 47 yards later, it's 7-0 Brothers. The Sheldon had an answer for that, and it's Devin Green, and he scores up the middle just like that. This game is tied up at 7. Second quarter now, Josiah Machado handles the snap and gets it to Green. He adds a stiff arm at the goal line. It's 14-7 Huskies now. Still in the second quarter, Machado back to pass. He leads Scott Nixon down the sidelines, and Nixon lays out for a while. What a catch, 33-yard gain. That led to this great fake. Leaves the sure-handed Scott Nixon wide open. Touchdown pass by Machado. It's 21-7 Huskies. Right before half, Sheldon was not done yet as they give the ball to another power back. Fahati barrels his way into the zone, 28-7 at the half. Third quarter, more of the same. Green, the feature back, got the ball a lot. This is a 40-yard touchdown run for the senior, and that puts the Huskies up big, 35-7. Late third now, Sheldon to the air. Machado letting this one rip deep down the sidelines into the Sacramento night. It's hauled in by Tyline Lomax, good for a 32-yard catch, and he's down at the 2. Same drive, it's fourth quarter now, and Enox Dulabachin gets the call, and this time he scores it from 7 yards out, and that would do it. The dishes are done, man. The Sheldon Huskies improved to 3-0 in the season. Sacramento Beast Joe Davidson caught up with the team after the big win.
All right, we're surrounded by a pack of jubilant Sheldon Huskies. Let's hear it real quick. Let's go. Big win. Let's go. You know, in this era of running passing the ball, it's okay to still run the ball. What do you think of your offensive line and you guys?
Get somebody online! Get somebody online! Get somebody online!
What kind of runner are you? Now he's quiet.
Run the ball. I just run hard. I learned from Ryan Robarts. Mr. Bean.
That's Devin Green. And this is Scott Nixon, who's probably got the best beard in the round. Is certainly better than his brother. He does a little bit of everything. Receiver. Tell us about your quarterback, Josiah Machado, and your team in general.
They're great. I mean, it takes a lot for me to catch the ball. It's a lot more than just one guy. Everyone works hard, starts in practice, they bring it out here, and it all comes together.
Yes, I love you, baby. Them gassers! I love you. I hate you, Ryan, but I love you.
Tell us about your team and your school that maybe things people don't know.
It's just a family. Everyone out here, we love each other. Yes, sir. We've worked with each other, blood, sweat, and tears. Everyone comes together. We're a family. We're closer than any team out here. We're a real family.
Closing thoughts from the running back.
Get your money online. Get your money
And there you have it, the Sheldon Huskies, 3-0, looking good. Back to you guys.
Let's rock.
I love syrup on my pancakes.
First game of the season for El Camino and Dixon boys water polo played on a hot Tuesday afternoon. The Rams strike first when Sean Ward takes the pass from Rowan Connolly, and Sean rockets it into the net. Dixon with an early 2-goal lead. The Eagles threatening. Max Rodriguez to Tariq Kitovnica. Tariq surveying the field before firing it in. Dixon would take the 3-1 lead after one. In the second quarter, Kitovnica in front of the net delivers a lob shot, possibly tipped. It makes it into the goal. El Camino trails 3-2. The Eagles looking for the equalizer. The shot is blocked by Mason Pito, deflected right to an Eagle, but keeper Diego Munoz makes an excellent save to preserve the Ram lead. Just over a minute to go in the half, Raymond Carrillo lobs one right in front of the net. Ward one-times it home. Sean would finish with 5 goals on the day. 4-2 Dixon heading into the second half. Fourth quarter, Dixon would go on to take the 4-goal lead. Pito to a wide-open Orion Ortiz, and you can count it. The Eagles looking for the late comeback. Porter fails up ahead to Ryan Kwasny, and Ryan doesn't miss. EC cuts into the deficit, but the Ram lead too great to overcome as Pito fights with his defender before firing it into the corner. The Dixon Rams start off their season with a win, 10-4 over El Camino. Sean Ward with 5 in the season opener. Stanford Medicine brings us great advice for athletes each week.
Here's Dr. Stephen Weiss with this week's tip.
A concussion is a brain injury typically caused by a direct hit to the head, face, or neck. There are over 3 million reported sports-related concussions per year. Football, wrestling, soccer, and basketball players are at the highest risk. A prior concussion puts you at anywhere from 2 to 8 times the risk of having another concussion. You don't need to be knocked unconscious to have a concussion. A headache is the most common symptom, but also dizziness, loss of balance, nausea, visual changes, confusion, or difficulty concentrating can also occur. If you suffer a concussion, you should not return to play the same day. Return to play must be cleared by your athletic trainer or doctor.
Coming up, Casa Roble takes on Lincoln.
Then Pleasant Valley battling Whitney on the hardwood. This is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Welcome back to 49ers Sac-Hi Sports. Lincoln comes into the week with a 2-0 record after pulling off a 1-point win over Yuba City last week. Senior Sean Cotton is holding it down on defense with 23 tackles and 2 sacks so far this season.
Casa Roble is coming off a 50-0 shutout win. Connor Campbell has 8 passing touchdowns this season. The Casa Rams taking on the Lincoln Fighting Zebras in this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match.
Ian Olson here, the Fighting Zebra fans showing their stripes in this week's Mattress Firm Perfect Match between Lincoln and Casa Roble. Casa goes up early. Quarterback Connor Campbell lobs a pass down the sidelines for Cole Owens, who shakes past the defender, makes the grab, and takes it to the end zone for the game's first score. Now it's Lincoln's turn. Ryan Henning gets the rock and rumbles 9 yards into the end zone to even the score. So much for waiting. On the ensuing kickoff, Owens finds a gap, and this Ram is loose with a lot of green grass in front of him, traveling 80 yards to reclaim the lead for the Rams. But Lincoln does not let the Rams rest easy. Thomas Mukai fires down the sideline to Hayden Dotson, who outruns the defense and heads to the end zone to knot things up again. We pick it up 2 minutes into the second half after Mukai finds Isaac Gomez on an out route. Gomez makes a quick cut to escape a tackler for a 15-yard gain. The Zebras end the drive with a score as Henning breaks into the end zone to give Lincoln its first lead. With 2 minutes left in the third quarter and Casa driving, Campbell finds Jack Spradling on a quick slant to bring the Rams within a single point. Head to the fourth quarter. On fourth down, Campbell finds Elijah Huddle over the middle, who hauls in the catch, making a critical first down, leading to Taylor's second score. With Lincoln moving the ball, trailing by a touchdown, Mukai finds his receiver downfield, but Elijah Huddle rips the ball away to protect the Rams' lead. Casa hangs on to win Friday's Mattress Firm Perfect Match, gaining the road W 29-21.
Nick Pecoraro here. Whitney looking to stay unbeaten Tuesday night against Pleasant Valley. Here we go. First set, the Wildcats defense looking strong as Evelyn Hendricks says, "I didn't order this. Return to sender." But Pleasant Valley's Allie Mims responds with this non-refundable hit. Mims led the Vikings with 8 kills Tuesday. Whitney setter Caitlin Cochran with a nice no-look feed to Addie Hamilton. Here's where Whitney takes over set 1. Cochran on the serve. Beautiful placement. The future Oregon State Beaver had 6 aces over a 15-0 stretch to close out set 1. Set 2, the Vikings tandem of Mims and Sadie Moore form a wall to keep it close early, but Whitney's rolling deep these days. Nice up by Alyssa Eimer. Cochran sets Evelyn Hill, who finds some hardwood on the other side. Hill had 11 kills to lead the Wildcats. And then it's Eimer time with the ace. She's headed to Santa Clara next year, and the Cats go up 2-0. Third set, Pleasant Valley's Sadie Moore gets the dig and the kill. One of 7 winners for Moore Tuesday night. But here comes CSU Monterey-bound Jenna Kraft for Whitney. Whenever she hits it that hard, I'm just going to call it Kraft cheese. And then it's Hendricks closing it out with one of her 3 blocks on the night. Whitney moves to 3-0 to start the season. Caitlin Cochran told us about what the Wildcats are expecting for the rest of the year.
We really came together as a team like the past 3 games. Rather, like we started out a little bit playing like as individuals, and it was really good to see like tonight we really came together, and it was really good like team win. Win the section championship. We're gonna win, and yeah, hopefully win the SFL and just have a fun senior year.
U.S. Army brings us the top recruit each week, shining a light on players getting lots of attention by top colleges.
This week's U.S. Army top recruit is Mana Itete from Modesto Christian. Mana traveled here from the Democratic Republic of Congo as a top basketball prospect, but now the senior is taking a shot at football, and in just 3 games for the Crusaders, he's acquired 4 offers to play football in the Pac-12. Want to be a top recruit? Find your path at GoArmy.com. Coming up, Lathrop and Weston Ranch meet in our second SunPower Electric game.
Then it's Vista del Lago meeting Lodi in girls volleyball. You're watching 49ers Sac-Hi Sports.
Every day, the sun comes up. And right on cue, the work begins. We start every morning, knowing full well we are in it for the long haul. Our work is a labor of love. No task too small, no moment uncherished. And although we're not often thanked, we rest knowing that our work is making a brighter future. This is more than milk.
Brought your baseball glove to basketball practice, but turned out to be football practice? Game on, junk sleep. During Mattress Firm's Labor Day sale, get a king for the price of a queen or a queen for a twin and save up to $700. Plus, a free adjustable base with qualifying Sealy purchase. You can't put a price on good sleep, but it's better on sale. Mattress Firm.
At Tracy Toyota, we're not just devoted to selling cars. We're committed to our community. We're donating $100,000 to help local organizations in Tracy. We call it Champions Thinking Heroes, like Redemption Road Church, who serves the local community. We're even donating $50 for every vehicle sold. Shop our great lineup of new Toyotas in person or at tracytoyota.com and get specials like this during the national sales event. Tracy Toyota, with you all the way.
Tracy area sports coverage is presented by Tracy Toyota off Freeway 205 in Tracy, with you all the way.
Our second SunPower Electric game this week features the newest team entering the San Joaquin Athletic League. Weston Ranch playing its final non-league game this week.
The Ranch is also Lathrop's last non-league opponent. The battle between the Spartans and Cougars is our final SunPower Electric game tonight. Brian Mueller was there.
Robert and Aubrey, they call it the I-5 rivalry when these two teams get together, and so far the wins have been evenly divided in this highway series between Lathrop and Weston Ranch, with each team getting 5 victories apiece, so one of these teams is going to pass the other in our SunPower Electric game. It's been the visiting Spartans that have been in the driver's seat. They've won the last 5 matchups against Weston Ranch after dropping the first 5. They are led by senior running back Cameron Jones, who already has amassed a little over 300 yards and 5 touchdowns in 2 games. The Cougars are led by the twin brother combo of Deontay and DeAndre Levan. Deontay stars on offense with over 200 yards on the ground, and DeAndre leads the team with 18 tackles. SunPower Electric game time. A lot to get to in this one. We'll pick it up late in the first with Lathrop up 14-7. Jose Aguilar finds Joshua Melian. A great second effort to reach for the end zone, and we're tied at 14. Tied at 22 now in the second. Aguilar threads the needle for another connection with Melian. The Cougars on top, 30-22. Start of the third now. Aguilar to DeAndre Levan. No one can catch him. A 65-yard score, and the Ranch now up 38-22. Later in the quarter, the Spartans threatening. Tegan Shevlin rolls out and finds a wide-open A.J. Dueñez. It's 38-28. Next drive for the Cougars. Here's the other Levan. Deontay says he's even faster than his brother. Either way, same result. It's a long touchdown for a Levan, and Weston Ranch leads 45-28. Just about everything going right for the Cougars, except maybe the t-shirt sling. Plenty of time in the season to figure that out. But Lathrop still hanging around. There goes Cameron Jones. He's free up the middle for a 45-yard score, his second of the game. Spartans down 11, but no one could stop the Levan brothers. Deontay looks like he's going to go down behind the line, but keeps his balance, reverses fields, and Levan speeding down the sideline like he's in the carpool lane. A spectacular 75-yard score, and Weston Ranch breaks the Lathrop streak, takes back the I-5 trophy, 58-34 the final. The brothers Levan combined for 5 touchdowns.
It's not a miracle, but my teammates, we did what we were supposed to do.
It's amazing.
We did what we were supposed to do. I love my community. I love everything. Hey, I love my lineman for blocking for me and my brother for helping me run. And we was just doing good. We was just doing what we got to do.
Nick Pecoraro here, the defending state champion Vanden Vikings in Sacramento to take on Burbank Thursday night. Here we go. Vanden comes out swinging in this one. This is the opening kick taken by number 21, Marcellus Chandler. It must be nap time because he's headed for the crib. 85 yards on the opening play to put the Vikes up 7-0. Vanden recovered a fumble on the ensuing Burbank drive, leading to this short score from Elijah Fisherman, 14-0 Vanden. We've got special teams and offense so far. How about some D? Orion Knoll looking like the hunter in the stars, taking a fumble recovery all the way down to the Titan 2, setting up another Viking score, 21-0. Second quarter. I said this last year about Trey Dimes. If your name is Trey Dimes, you grow up and throw touchdown passes. He finds Braden Chavez from 15 yards out, 28-0. Burbank finally gets a stop on fourth down, but it's too deep in its own territory. Abraham Sanders recovers a fumble in the end zone, another defensive score for Vanden, 35-0 at halftime. But the Young Titans put up a fight. Third quarter, Alfred McDaniel had 130 yards on 29 carries, none bigger than this one, 84 yards to the promised land, and Burbank is on the board. In the fourth, Vanden driving in Titan territory again. Dimes drops back, but it's Burbank's Stephon Johnson who comes down with it. The Titans doing all they can to get back in this game, but here's the dagger. Vanden's Eugene Jackson strips the ball loose, and Isaiah Lacey picks it up. He follows his blockers 55 yards to put this one on ice. Vanden wins 42-8, and Orion Knoll says the reigning state champs still have some haters.
A lot of schools, everyone's been saying that we've lost a lot of players. Where this is our downfall. This is a bad season. Took it personal, and we're out here working every day. We're more energetic than last year.
Each week we present the Scholar Athlete Award.
This week's Scholar Athlete Award goes to Cody Smith from Liberty Ranch. Cody is the Hawks' 6'7" tight end. He is also a star on the basketball team while sporting a 4.0 GPA. Coming up, Rosemont takes on Natomas.
Then our final volleyball game for this week when we come back.
The Rosemont Wolverines are coming off a 20-point victory last week. Michael Cherry is back for his junior season after averaging 120 yards a game in his sophomore year.
He's back.
He is back.
And Cherry is pretty fun to watch, but Makai Bird is making an impact on both sides of the ball for the Natomas Nighthawks. Bird soaring for 3 touchdowns and 10 tackles in 2 games whenever he scores a touchdown. Everybody in the stands is doing that's.
And they're probably going, Nighthawks too.
Nighthawks, maybe that's what they're doing. They should be doing it for Makai. Natomas and Rosemont meeting on Thursday night.
Out to Natomas High for some late night Thursday football. Nighthawks took on Rosemont. I'm Mark Willis. Natomas scores first on the opening drive from 2 yards out. Angel Gutierrez runs it in. PAT good, 7-0 Nighthawks. In the second quarter, Rosemont gets on the board. Finis McDaniels Jr. goes around the outside, and he's in from 15 yards out. They go for 2, and they get it. With under 10 minutes to go in the first half, down 1, Corey Brown goes to the air. Rodney Turner fights off the defenders and hauls in the big pass. Big play. Good enough for 40 yards. That would set up this. Another short touchdown run by Gutierrez, and the Nighthawks lead it 14-8. Right before the half, Natomas with the ball, and they're looking to add to that lead. But safety Kenny Hughes has other plans as he steps in and picks off the pass. 14-8 is your halftime score. In the second half, Natomas gets after it, and the end around goes to Makai Bird for the Nighthawks, and he heads upfield for a big gain, picking up 26 yards here and getting the first down. But Rosemont dials up the pressure from the ends as they get the sack here. Charles Parker gets the quarterback first. Then Natomas not fazed by that as Corey Brown goes back to the air, connects with Darion Jenkins for a nice gain and a first down, and that will lead to this. Bird scores from the Nighthawks once again, the end around, and Natomas looks good. this week, as they did a nice job bouncing back after a tough loss last week. 20-8 is your final. After the game, we spoke with what the team nicknamed Tarzan.
It was honestly the most redeeming feeling in the world, just coming out here playing aggressive and taking the game. We play aggressive and we play hard, and we don't let up on people, and that's how it is over here.
Garrison reporting where Lodi Flames girls volleyball hosts Vista Lago Eagles. Set 1, Hannah Da Silva sets the ball for the Eagles, but instead Avery Peterson steals the pass and slaps it down for a point. 13-9 Eagles lead. Then Grace Kuehler to Karis Mann, but denied by Kayla Stansell. Vista Del Lago showing off the defense. Again, Stansell, but this time for a game point and drops it on the money with that ace to take set 1 for Vista Del Lago, 25-19. Set 2, Peyton Huber digs it. However, Peterson again steals the pass and taps it over the net for a point. 10-5 Lodi leads. Next, Huber sets it to junior outside hitter Alex Anderson, who hits it between 2 defenders for the point. Then Elizabeth Kankira sets it to Kuehler, who hits the ball perfectly where no defenders are able to return it. We're all tied up at 19. Anderson digs it to Da Silva. Then Anderson comes around to get it back and flies high like an eagle to get that point. Just a great play. Kankira to Nora Mayer. But the Eagles don't forget to show off the defense too by Kaya Fanshire getting that block to take that set for Vista Del Lago 25-22. Set 3, Laura Tadman sets to Davina Amon, who hammers that for a point, and Lodi bringing out the flamethrower at the start of this set, leading 11-1. However, Vista Del Lago smells a comeback cooking with this ace by Anderson, who just made it too hot to handle. Next, Kankira sets to Meyer, who drops it perfectly where it can't be returned, and Lodi trying to take it to additional sets and applying pressure on this one. But Fanshire digs it to Huber, who sets it to Anderson, who kills it with authority. We're all tied up at 26. Finally, Da Silva sets it to Anderson, who slammed the door closed on the possibility of another set and comes up clutch to take set 3, 28-26. Eagles win the match 3-0 and improve to 2-1 on the year and have not lost a set in their last 2 matchups.
Remember, all of the game footage we shoot is available for purchase on our website. Go to 49ers Sac-Hi-Sports.com. We will send you the entire game digitally.
Follow us on social media for lots of fun and exciting content. Our Instagram story is a great way to keep updated on scores, news, and so much more. 49ers.Sac-Hi is our handle on Instagram and Twitter.
Coming up, we will choose the play of the week. This could be the play of the week, maybe not.
But first, take a look at our Sac Joaquin section top 10 football poll presented by Tracy Toyota.
We are back to announce tonight's play of the week. We'll show you some contenders, and then whose name's the play of the week again?
Is it the same guy?
Yeah, it's a guy that's been doing it for a little while, yeah.
He's a little wacky.
He is wacky. He's our madman.
He's our madman. Mark Willis, here he is with the play of the week.
Lainey Lorang of Colfax, look at this. On the third hit, she blindly hits it over and scores the point. Beautiful. How about Vanden's Marcellus Chandler, the recipient of perfect special teams play, getting all the blocks. That bus is free for a 75-yard touchdown. It's too easy. Now how about a combo deal? Johnny Kett, the beautiful pass, and a great catch by Matt Long for Vista Del Lago. Love that. I've been trying to figure out why Granite Bay's so good. Oh, they got a feature back. His name's Carter Jackson. Look at him busting free and taking it to the house. Carter Jackson from Granite Bay. Get to know him. He's going to be around for a while. But we like this one the best. Deontay Levan from Weston Ranch. Look at him go. He looks like he's dead in the water. And then he cuts back. And then he keeps going. And then he gets the block. He could go all the way. And that's the play of the week.
That's the play of the week, and that is 49ers Sac-Hi Sports for this week. Thank you for watching. I am Aubrey Tolliver.
And I'm Robert Braunstein. Join us next week when we meet the Whitney volleyball player who's sharing her plans to make it on Broadway. We'll see you then.